how to take your nonfiction book and turn it into a passive income machine. On today's episode, I'm going to walk you through how you can take your transformational nonfiction how-to book and turn it into an online course that you could create once and keep earning on again and again and again. You have to look over here. Work with authors who have created some kind of transformational book, whether it's their story about something that they have overcome in their lives, whether it's a how-to book on how to get to the next stage in their life, how to, do something they want to do or create the life of their dreams. But what happens is, after you guys have put all your heart and your soul and your work and your, everything into this book, these authors are finding that it's really hard to make any money with it first, and also really hard to have any impact on their students or on their readers. So my expertise is in creating online courses that you can take your students through the same material, only a lot deeper, really guiding them through your steps, your process, and really having the time through videos and exercises and whatever it is in your process to get them the results they're looking for. So whether you're a weight loss coach or you're talking about life coaching or on to the next stage of their life or overcoming a childhood trauma, whatever it is, an online course is a lot easier for your customers or your students to digest the information, to take some time to go through it, and to really get that transformation or those results that they're looking for. A book is an amazing marketing tool, and it gets you noticed, it gets you speaking engagements, it gets you, kind of out there and known in the world if you have a platform. But if you don't, it's just like you're creating a great book and then putting it on Amazon and just hoping that someone will find you and will get the book and will have the transformation. But the problem that I'm seeing and I'm hearing from all these amazing authors is that that's not happening. And even if they are selling some books, they're making, $5 to $8 per book. And I know that these people want to create a lifestyle for themselves. They want to be able to travel. They want to be able to, take time away and do the things they want to do, create an amazing life. And they were going to have to sell a lot of books. So if you're thinking, I just want to make $3,000 or $5,000 a month, you've got to sell a lot of books in order to reach that, especially if you're only making that $5 to $8, if you're lucky, on those books. And you would have to sell thousands of books in order to get to that place. So enter the online course, where you can take the information in your book that you've used as a marketing tool, or you've used to pique their interest, or they've read the book and like, wow, I really love the way this sounds, and I love the person's process, and I love what she's saying. I want to learn from her in a deeper way, and I want to go further with her. Then the next step is an online course that you can take them through and you can walk them through. And the way I teach my students to create courses is based on the value of the transformation. So just because a course has 4 modules or something like that doesn't mean that it's going to be a $97 course. We really look at what your students are going to get, the results they're going to get, and that's how the courses are priced. So the average could be $300 to $500. So obviously, if you're trying to create some passive income, an additional income stream, or even just create this as a business to get you out of your 9-to-5 job and to start speaking and to having this impact on people, then it's going to be a lot easier to get to that $3,000 and $5,000 a month if you're selling your course for $500 versus your book for $5. And again, a book is great, but it's not going to pay the bills, and it's not going to give your students the same type of transformation as a course. So how do you do this? So if you have your book, and I know a lot of you come to me with one of two types of books. One is either your story, so what you've overcome. You've lost 100 pounds and you've kept it off for 5 years, and this is the way you did it. And then there's a little bit of how to, sprinkled within it. Or it is a basic how-to. Step 1 is chapter 1, and step 2 is chapter 2, or whatever. It's a basic how-to, create a Facebook ad, or how to start your own business, whatever. It's a whole how-to. But then we take that, and we don't just take exactly what's in the book, because it's a little bit different to create an online course as it is to write a book, right? Writing a book it's a different voice. You've got to be speaking, but in an online course, you have a lot more medium to deliver the content. Like, you can show videos, you can show slides, you could do audio, you could do PDFs, you could do, demonstrations. If you're doing exercises, you could show you doing the yoga poses or whatever, and it's great because people can look and see and really learn from you. So taking that and making it fit into an online course where you can teach one-to-many is sometimes a little bit of a sticking point, because I know a lot of authors are like, I'm not really sure how can I turn it into, but that's, kind of where my process comes in. I have a 6-step system that walks you through how to take your book, or your half-written book, your process, and turn it into an online course. And there's some really important steps that I'll go through on how to do that. And the very first one is deciding on the topic and the outcome and your student. And I'll just talk about this really quick, because it's very important. It's the important thing, right? Getting the right topic. Now, even though you have a book that's about something, your course may be a little bit different than the book. It may be just one chapter of the book. It may be just one part of the book. It may be honed in a little bit more based on the feedback from the community and what these people really need to help them get through. We spend a lot of time, a significant amount of time, going through and making sure that you have the right student for your course. Because I'm not helping you just create a course. I want you to create a course that sells. And not only that sells, but that gives the person the transformation that you're looking for. If no one buys your course, you're not helping anyone. And I know that you guys come to me with those two things. You want to make the passive income, and you want to help impact the world and change people's lives. And if no one's buying your course, then you're not doing that. So we want to create one that's marketable, that people will be craving, and it'll be selling out. And all of that is done through step 1, really making sure that you create the course around what people want and desire and will pay for, and taking your knowledge and building it that way. And then we go through the rest of it, which is really just some logistics, the pricing, how many modules, will you do videos? Then we do the course outline, where we just outline out what we're going to teach and figure out what's going to go under each module. The 4th step is deciding on where you will house your course, in what kind of portal you'll have it online, so students can find you and they can buy. Click that little button that says enroll now, and boom, it's all automated for you. They automatically get into the course and are sent their login and all of that. Then step 5 is really working on marketing your course, because once you have the course outlined, my next step is to do a beta launch test. Many of authors that come to me are not coaches, and they don't have an existing business, or they're just starting to get into it. So they haven't been teaching this in a big way. Sometimes they've only done it for themselves or maybe a few friends. So I want them to test. I want them to test to make sure they have all the steps right, because we're creating a stellar course here and not just a so-so course. Sorry, I need some water. I want you to create a course that, like I said, sells and really is giving the transformation to people. So by doing a beta test run with some live participants, the first go around, you are able to get feedback, you are able to get testimonials, and you're able to see and answer questions right from them right there, so that you can add something if you need to. You can change things around if you need to, and really make sure that what you're teaching is exactly what they need, or maybe you're going too fast or too slow. And it's a great way to gauge how you've set up your steps. And after that, it's just supporting your students, making sure they follow through and go through all of your steps. Because a lot of times people will jump in and say, all right, I'm ready to do this, and then life happens and they get distracted, and suddenly they haven't even opened up lesson 3. So it's your job to keep them accountable and to keep them engaged and to keep them going. Be their cheerleader and their coach, really, to help them get to the finish line of the transformation that they bought the course for in the first place, right? Losing those 10 pounds, or creating a Facebook ad, or learning those yoga poses, and helping them and keeping them engaged. And I have some great tips and ways to create the community around that and to keep them going. So that is how you take your book and turn it into an online course. Once you've got that and you have it created, then you can continue to rinse and repeat and sell the same course over and over and over and over. You may want to tweak it a little bit now and then based on if things change in your market or the technology, or just to keep it fresh. But I have created dozens of courses that I sold year after year after year, with just a little bit of marketing. Obviously, it doesn't just fall into your lap, but you can set things up these days on an automated funnel and evergreen the whole thing, so that you do make money in your sleep and you do make money when you're on vacation or whatever. You've got that other passive income stream coming in over there with a course that sells and that creates the transformation that your students are looking for. So if you need more information or want to know more about my process, look below for a link where you can join my free masterclass, where I'll go through all my steps in detail and walk you through how to take your book and turn it into a course. And there's also my checklist that you can get to download the steps to creating your successful, profitable online course. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe. I send out weekly videos with tips and training on creating and marketing your profitable online course. Until next time, bye-bye.